today we're not just starting another explainer. We are beginning a mission. A mission to take on real complex problems and to solve them using a powerful tool, not as a gimmick, but as an engine for clarity. This is the India AI Challenge. You see, the problem we're tackling today isn't a lack of options, it's a lack of understanding. The real barrier isn't resistance from people, it's the deliberate, overwhelming complexity of the information they're given. It starts with things like this: 40-page PDFs. These are documents that, let's be honest, feel like they're designed not to be read. They're like impenetrable walls of text. And then there's the language itself, legal English. It's a language that serves the institution, not the individual. A language often designed to obscure, not to explain. And of course, the hidden exclusions. Those critical details are buried deep within confusing clauses, creating uncertainty and risk right where you're supposed to be finding security. All of this boils down to one fundamental question, a question that stops millions of people from making a confident decision. And that question is, what am I actually buying? Today, we're going to answer it. To do this, we are going to use AI. But, and this is important, we're not going to ask for its opinion. We are going to command it to create order out of chaos. This isn't about artificial intelligence in the way you might think. It's really about structured intelligence. So, just imagine for a moment. Think about a small business owner, or maybe a gig worker, or someone who's the main provider for their family. They go online, they find two different policies, and both of them claim to offer comprehensive coverage. But what on earth does that actually mean? Well, instead of guessing, we are going to use a process. The whole principle here is incredibly simple. We do not ask the AI to think for us. Instead, we command it to perform a single, very disciplined task, to structure raw information. This, right here, is the foundation of genuine clarity. Okay, let's get into the how. We're going to walk through the exact 4-step workflow we used to achieve this clarity. And don't worry, there's no coding, no deep technical complexity. It's just a logical sequence of steps. You see, the process is both simple and incredibly powerful. First, we extract. Then we compare. Then we simplify. And finally, we personalize. Each step builds methodically on the one before it. All right, step 1 is all about discipline. We take the policy document and feed it into the AI. Now, the most critical instruction here isn't what we ask it to do, but what we tell it not to do. No recommendations, no simplification. We command it to act as a document analyst and pull out only the raw, structured facts. And we do this for both policies. Now, in step 2, we take the structured facts that we got from both documents and we command the AI to take on a new role, a neutral comparison analyst. The task is very straightforward. Create a direct, side-by-side comparison table. The goal is pure, unbiased visibility. And this is the result. This is the magic moment. 40 pages of dense legal text suddenly become one clean, understandable table. The confusion becomes visible. The key differences are no longer hidden away. They are illuminated. This is the point where complexity breaks. But, clarity isn't just about structure, it's also about language. So for step 3, we paste in that comparison table and we give the AI a brand new role, a financial educator explaining these concepts to a teenager. The task is to strip away all the legal jargon and explain everything in plain, simple language. And look at what this does. A confusing term like subrogation becomes a simple, clear sentence. Waiting period is explained in a way that anyone can immediately grasp. This isn't simplification for the sake of marketing. This is simplification for genuine understanding. And finally, step 4. This is what makes all this information actionable. We provide a specific user profile. Let's say a small shop owner with 2 employees and a tight budget. The AI's task now is to analyze that simple comparison and explain which policy aligns better with that specific person, and just as importantly, why, highlighting the real trade-offs. So, what's the bigger picture here? What's the real impact of a method like this? Well, this workflow transforms the AI from just a simple tool into a powerful decision support system. It builds a bridge, really, between raw, confusing data and a confident final choice. Now, let's be very clear about something. This entire process is not about replacing insurance agents or financial advisors. The goal here is not elimination. The true purpose is this: AI, when it's used with this kind of discipline, reduces the confusion that prevents so many people from taking action in the first place. It empowers the user to ask better questions and ultimately make more informed decisions. And we have to understand this. Confusion carries a very high price. It leads to poor choices, it leads to financial loss, and it leads to a lack of security right when it's needed most. So, reducing confusion has a real, tangible economic value. Now, this workflow we just walked through, it's not just for insurance. It's a template for creating clarity in any complex situation. And this brings us to the challenge, to you. Think about it. Are you facing confusion in your own career path? In your plans for income growth? Maybe in your business plan or your hiring process? This structured approach can be applied to any problem where you feel overwhelmed by complex information. And we invite you to be a part of this. What we're doing here isn't just a show. Think of it as a public AI problem-solving lab. We take on real challenges submitted by you. We build structured solutions and we share the knowledge so that thousands of others can learn. So, we end with this one. Direct question. Comment below with your specific real-world challenge. We will select the next case, we will solve it publicly, and together, we will build India's most practical AI knowledge base. The next solution we build could be yours.